We're excited to welcome the Vail Veterans Program back to Vail. Joining us now, we have one of their members, a person that started out in the Veterans Program many, many years ago and has loved the Valley so much he's moved here. It's Corporal Daniel Riley, and you're retired now, but I'm glad you're living in the Vail Valley.
I'm loving living here.
And you started out, you went to the program many years ago now.
So 2012, January 2012, I came. I was at the Naval Hospital in San Diego about 8 months, a year after my injury, and I came out as a participant, and kind of apprehensively, but by the end of it I fell in love with skiing and Vail and the program, and really a turning point in my life and my recovery after my injuries in Afghanistan.
Well, and that's what's so great about this program. So the Vail Veterans Program started by Cheryl Jensen years ago. Her husband was the COO of Vail Mountain at the time, and she's like, hey, we should bring out a group and use our adaptive ski and snowboard program instructors and give these guys an opportunity to get out on the mountain.
Yeah, what started as just a one-time program, and a couple guys came out and stayed in the condo in Vail, and with that turned into 11 years later, we're doing 2 winter programs, a summer program, a golf program. This year we just started doing a caretaker program, so we had a bunch of spouses of veterans with multiple limb loss that came out to Vail in September, and it was a really successful program and taking care of those that are taking care of our heroes. So the program's come a long way, and we've got a big group here and 31 veterans and just as many guests here, and it's a big group, but we're having a good time.
And you're going to be going over to Beaver Creek today, which is the first.
Yeah, so if you're out of Beaver Creek and you see a bunch of guys missing limbs or or generally just having fun and causing a little bit of trouble on the mountain, maybe say hi, say hello, thank them for their service. We'll be out there, and so there'll be a group on Vail Mountain and a group on Beaver Creek.
Okay.
So the veterans are slowly taking over the valley. But
they definitely are. Well, and we're glad to have you here. What's interesting is they arrived on Sunday, and you know from experience, this can be a little daunting. Some of these guys and gals are just getting out of the hospital in San Diego or Washington.
Absolutely, yeah. So I was talking to one of the veterans he was injured in October, so pretty recently, lost both of his legs. And a lot of times this is the first time they've left a hospital setting. So everything from getting on the bus to just moving around and getting through the village is difficult. And you add skiing to that, it's not easy, but it gives a sense of accomplishment once these guys get through it. And especially it did for me is that acknowledgement that, hey, I'm missing legs or missing arms or whatever my injury is, but I can still live a life. I can still, that independence and that freedom of really transforms a lot of lives, and gives a hope to, hey, if I can ski, I can do a lot of things, and my life isn't over despite whatever injuries I may have.
Oh man, that just gives me goosebumps to hear these stories. And what's really great is these vets are able to come out at no cost.
Absolutely. So from the time they show up at the airport to the time they get home, we take care of flights, and thankfully American Airlines donated a lot of miles and got a bunch of the guys out. So we've got some great support, and obviously a lot of support in the valley here from both individuals and businesses here, and because it's not cheap. To bring a family out to Vail is not a cheap endeavor. We know this, we all live up here. But to give a cost-free trip to a veteran that could change their life is invaluable. So we appreciate all the support from all the businesses here in the valley, as well as individuals give time and money. So it really makes a difference, and the veterans are thankful for sure.
All right, Daniel is living proof. Oh man, this is such a great story. If you want to learn more, hear these stories, you can go to vailveteransprogram.com, .org, a great local charity that started just kind of on a whim, maybe one trip, and it's grown to over a decade later. We'll be right back. We're going to take it over to Rick. He has the weather details for the Veterans Day on the slopes of Beaver Creek and Vail.